All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Cleveland Cavaliers video. I love making Cavs videos. I love watching them. As crazy as that may seem to a non-Cav watcher, they're a fun team. They are a fun, exciting young team. They have won 3 straight, including wins against the Dallas Mavericks, including a win against the Miami Heat last night where they held the Heat to 85. I don't care who's missing what games. I don't care. A win is a win in the NBA. The Cleveland Cavaliers are now 12-10. I don't know what their exact seed, but they're definitely in the playoffs. And they've just won 3 straight, 2 straight against good teams. But here's the craziest part. Let me fix this. Colin Sexton is out for the year. The Cleveland Cavaliers were not expected to be relevant or relevant, I feel like is the wrong word choice. I mean competitive. Like, I don't think the Cleveland Cavaliers, who got Evan Mobley with a 3rd pick, what a draft pick too, what a player, Evan Mobley. Oh my goodness gracious. But like, they weren't expected to be like an 8 seed, 7 seed, 6 seed even in the Eastern Conference. And much like the Washington Wizards this year, they're turning heads. And this 3-game winning streak, it's catching the attention because of a certain cat named Evan Mobley who is absolutely balling out. Drafted him in fantasy football. I drafted him in fantasy basketball. I'm loving it. But welcome back to the channel, guys. If you enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. I post NBA videos several times a day. Thank you guys for 9,000 subscribers. If you haven't watched a video in a couple of days. But the Cavs, like I said, 111-85 last night. Here's the thing. It's next man up. At this point, it's next man up. They pretty much ran like an 8-man rotation last night with Rubio, Lamar Stevens, and Kevin Love. Like, Lamar Stevens is in there. It just is next man up. You had Kevin Love drop 22 points last night, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block with 6 of 8 from downtown. Kevin Love, I don't know what the whole situation is gonna. I don't know how the Kevin Love situation is gonna end in Cleveland. I imagine buyout or trade. Hopefully, it's a trade so that the Cleveland Cavaliers can get some type of value because Kevin Love's actually balling out this year. Get your rebounds and he'll get you points. He'll get you threes and he'll make a defensive impact. He'll make a defensive impact. Competitive team, a contending team is gonna want Kevin Love. I want Kevin Love on the Chicago Bulls. So, who knows how that situation is going to unfold, but like, you look at last night's game, they shot over 50% from the field. They shot over 50% from downtown. They had 21 or 22 turnovers. I think it was 22 turnovers. They're a young team. Like, their starting lineup, you have Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Isaac Okoro, and Lauri Markkanen. They're a very, very young team with not that much experience playing together. Like, they haven't had that long to play together, and like I said, they've been dealing with injuries the entire season. The entire season they've been dealing with injuries, and they're still 2 games over 500, beating impressive Eastern Conference rivals like the Miami Heat, holding them to 85 points. 85 points. I don't care if the Miami Heat were without their entire starting roster and they shot 20% from the field. It's an impressive win on the road. It's an impressive win for a young team who you wouldn't have thought the Cavaliers would have won that game last night if you probably had to guess. Maybe Cavs fans would have, but like, still, it's just very impressive. And a lot has to do with Evan Mobley, but a lot of this has to do with Darius Garland as well. Darius Garland, when he came onto the scene last year, he's just hooping, man. He's been hooping. I picked him up in fantasy basketball at the end of the year last year. He's putting up like 18 and 10 pretty much every game. This year he's averaging like 18 and 8. Last night, 16 points, 7 assists. 4 threes, 4 or 8 from downtown. With Darius Garland, it's almost like the Colin Sexton injury might just be what Darius Garland needed. Because this guy, in my opinion, is fully capable of turning into a star. He's turning into a star right now. He's literally turning into a star before our own eyes. The thing is, he's in Cleveland, and just the media doesn't talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers as much as a team like the Los Angeles Lakers. If Darius Garland was on the Lakers, everyone would know who Darius Garland is. But just 16 and 7 with a plus 23 plus minus, makes a defensive impact. He just does all the right things. Moving on, Evan Mobley this year, man, he's playing so good. 17 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, 2 blocks, 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 3 from downtown. He can shoot, he can defend. He can make shots in the paint. He can make jump shots. Like, what can't Evan Mobley do? As a Rocket fan who currently has Jalen Green been injured for the last 3-4 games, whatever it's been, I think it's 4 games now. I'm watching Evan Mobley. It's like, damn, dude, this guy can hoop. Jared Allen, I mean, this guy is a defensive anchor, not only, but this year he's having an offensive impact. 19 points, 11 rebounds, 5 blocks. One of the reasons I love the Cavaliers team so much is this is a lineup you would run a lineup of Lauri Markkanen at the 3, Evan Mobley at the 4, and Jared Allen at the 5 in like 2K. Like, if you're playing as like the 2010, 2011 Chicago Bulls, where they have half their team not in the 2K system, and you have to have Taj Gibson at that 3 spot, that's like what this reminds me of. It's just so cool. Like, I'm from Chicago. I live here in Chicago, and to see a guy like Lauri Markkanen put up close to 15 points this season, he's getting almost 7 rebounds. I love to see it. I love to see that it makes sense and it's working for him to be in that starting lineup, because I want him to eat. Last night wasn't his best night, only 6 points, 2 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 from downtown. But man, oh man, I don't know how good the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be this year. Like that, man, the Sexton injury sucks. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cavs found a way to get into that play-in tournament. I don't know if they're going to be a top 6 seed, but 7 to 10, they're going to not only, like, they very well could get it. They might, like, get it. They're just a very good team, very consistent team as of this moment. But they're definitely going to be competitive and around that area, around that 10 seed at the very worst situation. So Cleveland, the future is looking bright. Like, the future is looking bright. You get a couple of big-name free agents in there, not even a couple. Like, you get one big-name free agent in there, and all of a sudden, Cleveland's back on the map. They have good star veteran. They have all these young stars. Oh, man. Cleveland's going to – don't sleep on this team. That's going to be it for today, guys. Hit the like button. Hit that sub button. Drop a comment down below if you want more Cavs videos. Drop some comments, some opinions on this Cavs team so far. I got to get to class. Hit the like button. Hit the sub button. Peace.